Hey everybody, welcome back to Eye to Eye Live. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is not a Disney trivia night, believe it or not. We normally only go live when we're on trivia.
It's like sunshiny, we're not down in the kitchen.
This is
a good day.
It's a little bit weird. I mean, you know, the connection may crap out on us on here in just a little bit.
I don't think it will. It's an excellent connection.
I'm hoping. Well, it says that for now.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
In it.
Let's just believe that it's going to happen. So, I know what you guys are wondering. What are you guys doing live on not a Thursday and not on a trivia night? Well,
on napping afternoon Sunday.
You're about to go to Walmart.
Because we love you.
You're about to go to Walmart, let's be real.
That's true. I do have errands to run.
So Jessica is only going to be here for just a little bit. She has to go run and do some stuff, but I will stay with you guys for as long as you want to, really. I mean, obviously not as long, but, you know, if we want to stay down here for an hour or so and chit-chat and stuff, we'll do it.
Not longer, because we do have a wedding to go to
We do have a wedding to go to this evening, but this was the best time for us today to get on here and to chat with you guys in just kind of informal manner, so we don't really have an agenda for this. Obviously, you can see by the title that we are counting down to 1,000 subscribers. Our original goal was to get to it by the end of June, so you have literally 11 hours to go. And we're sitting at 986 at this moment.
I don't know if we're going to get to our goal.
We may not, but hey, we'll get there eventually.
But we're happy at where we are, so we can be thankful for how many we have, all the 986. And those last 14 will be really, really special too.
Yes. So what we thought we would do here is just kind of hang out for a little bit. If you guys want to help us out, get into that 1,000 subscribers, you can smash that like button, share it out with your friends on social media, and then just kind of participate in the chat while we're doing this right now. And hopefully we'll bump that number up a little bit. It'd be really cool if for whatever reason we all of a sudden got to 1,000 subscribers while live streaming. I doubt that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens here. So Bryn has already stopped in. She says, leaving for a grad party now, but congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. I think she thought we were already there, but thank you for the pre-congratulations, I guess.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. Amanda's here. Good to see you, Amanda. Alex says you guys are so close. Yeah, we've been close for a while. We're like ready to get over that hump now.
Yeah.
We are really, really ready for it.
So I'm probably going to have to step out while y'all...
You're going to go already? Like you just got here.
You literally said, come in, say hi,
and then leave. So what do you... Okay, before you leave, what do you want to say in this live stream about getting to 1,000 subscribers? Obviously, when we get there, we're going to do a thank you video and all that
Here's
kind
what
of stuff.
I'm going to say. I have learned more than I ever thought possible from this channel, from y'all, from everybody, because I hadn't watched Star Wars before we started this. What else did I not know? There were a lot of things I didn't know. So y'all taught me a lot, and I'm thankful. I feel like my life is complete now.
Grown just because of that. All right, well, you can head on off if you need to, Tal, but thank you for coming and saying hello.
I'm going to go hang out with my mom. And
look at this, Disney Nerd Herders. They say hello from the 50s.
Oh, you love the 50s diner.
You hate the 50s diner. But I love it.
Technically hate it.
Take your elbows off the table, folks.
The food's good, but I don't like being yelled at while I eat dinner.
If you just follow the rules, then you don't have to.
I know, but you don't realize you're not following the rules, and all of a sudden you yawn, and they're like, blah, don't yawn!
Wait a minute, how are they again? Blah, blah.
Yeah.
All right. Have fun on whatever it is you're going to be doing. Thanks for stopping in.
All right, guys.
Good job.
At least you get the better half here.
That's incorrect. All right. So, like I was saying, we don't really have an agenda on this show right now, and we'll go as long as you guys want to, as long as we've got people in the chat hanging out. So make sure you're smashing that like button, do all that good stuff there, and we'll just kind of hang out. Obviously, we can talk about Disney news and discussion. I'd love to know what's on your mind in the world of Disney, movies, theme parks, things that you want to talk about and discuss. Obviously, I've got some things in my mind, but I'm more interested in what you guys are wanting to talk about. So on the subject of Disney Nerd Herders talking about being at 50s Diner, I really love that diner because obviously Jessica said the food is good, but I just love those locations that keep to the theming so well, and they do such a good job at that. I'll always remember the one where Jessica and I went on our 1-year anniversary to 50s Primetime Diner in Hollywood Studios, and it was for her birthday, and the guy found out it was her birthday, and he just embarrassed the heck out of her. It was just hilarious. like played. She didn't. I don't think she had pigtails on, but she was doing something with her hair the entire time while singing "Happy Birthday" to her in the most awkward fashion. So, it was just pretty entertaining to watch. Caleb, and I'm gonna mispronounce. Is it Kuti? Kuti, is that how you pronounce your last name? Let me know if that's incorrect. He says, "I love your channel." Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We're glad people find us entertaining and funny, and I guess have sympathy on us. Maybe that's why you find it. That you love the channel. That's just because out of sympathy for us. But we really do appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for that, Caleb. On that note, for Caleb, for anybody here right now, I'm always interested. I think I put this question in the description. What is your most favorite video that we've done or series that we've done here as part of the channel? Jessica and I have talked a lot about what we would do once we hit 1,000 subscribers. How would we kind of do some more things? How would we add some things, value to you guys? We have some ideas, but obviously you letting us know what you love and don't love about this channel. I mean, obviously, seriously, what you guys don't like about this channel is usually just as helpful as it is to know what you do like, because then we can change, we can make things better. So we always value that information. We've made a lot of we've actually had some people reach out to us and make some suggestions on our style of vlogging. How should we do that better? One of those being that you don't wait a full year to release a trip from last year. I know. For our vlogs, if you've been following our vlogs, we've been going from Friday they've been going every Friday, but they had started back in probably March. I've been doing them for a trip in October, and we're just a little bit beyond the halfway point of all the vlogs that I've had stored up in that. It's one of those things I didn't get started on it soon enough, so we're going to try to be better at that. And believe it or not, after we finished the October trip, I took a solo trip in January where I'm going to have another set of vlogs to do, and hopefully by that time we'll have gone on to doing another trip, and so we'll have some more fresh vlogs for you guys, and we'll put those out right now. Alex says, "I really enjoy your trailer reactions." Yeah, honestly, Alex, that's where we've obviously, I think if you've been here long enough on the channel, that we have seen a lot of success from those trailer reactions. It's why we utilize them on our channel, but honestly, we really enjoy doing them because they're really easy to do. We have fun just being ourselves with them. So it's something that we want to keep going. When I say when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to change things, we're not going to change them up completely. We're just going to maybe add some things in and alter some things too, because just to pull the curtain back here, obviously when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you're monetized, but that all depends on how well your videos do and all that kind of stuff. That might give us some liberty to spend some money on things, better equipment, all that kind of stuff. I'll be honest with you, getting to 1,000 subscribers at this point is just so I can have the live streaming from mobile back, because I utilized that on my solo trip back in January, and that was just amazing to do that, because we got a lot of response from, I think it was the Caribbean Beach walk around tour that I did live that a lot of people liked, and the All-Star Sports one I think did okay, and there was one other one that I think didn't do as well, but I really liked being able to live stream for you guys from the parks and the resorts. So we want to have that option back when we go back, so that's the main thing we want back from there. Caleb says, "Have you heard of what they're doing to Country Bear Jamboree?" So I think that's a great discussion topic, and that was one of the things I was planning on discussing with you guys. And again, as a reminder for those of you that may be popping in and out, this is an open discussion, so if you guys have a topic, an idea, something that you want to share, make sure you put it in the chat window, and we'll hit it. But I think Caleb brings up a great point. So I'd like to poll the room. Does anybody want the Country Bear Jamboree to leave? Meaning, do you want something different there? Even if that's kind of what I'm getting at. I'd like to see what the consensus is if people actually do like the Country Bears and want it to stay the same. Do they want them to, stick around for a while? Do they want some type of upgrade in terms of what they do now, or do they want something completely different? So what are you guys' thoughts on that? And I'll kind of give you mine as we go along here, but I'll be honest with you. If you guys have been watching our channel for long enough, you know I am a sucker for the nostalgic. I am a sucker for, you know, the hokey things, especially at Disney World. I love the Country Bear Jamboree. And I can remember back on one of our trips that we've taken in the last year where I was thinking, you know, man, it's not that I wasn't having fun, but it's like, this feels like it's getting a little repetitive. And we were going to the Country Bear Jamboree, and I was like, it's just going to be the same old thing. But we went in there, and the crowd that we had changed my view of the day I was having, the trip I was having, and the Country Bear Jamboree. I've always liked it, but the fact that I went in there and everybody was into it, and everybody was just, you know, clapping along, laughing at the jokes, and because I think an attraction like that can just made or broken by the people that you know, are in the attraction with you, because they make it all the more fun there. Walter Grams is in the house. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in to our countdown to 1,000 subscribers live stream, buddy. We're talking about the Country Bear Jamboree discussions and rumors that we're floating all around right now. But again, any topic is fair game if you guys want to bring that up as well. Thank you for being here. So that, I think Alex said, I enjoyed it the one time we saw it. And Kev says, I think they are still keeping it. So yeah, so if you haven't heard, it's always one of those things, should you bring up who started the rumors? Or there are certain sites that like to initiate rumors, that like to you know, stir things up, whether, you know, anyway, basically one site started the rumor with some sources. They said that the Country Bear Jamboree was going to get taken out and replaced by a Woody's Roundup show. Now, whether you believe that or not is up to you. Walt Disney Parks has come out and said, Disney Parks has come out and said since then that it was completely conjecture, and they are not going to be getting rid of that anytime soon. Walt Graham says, I think the word is lie. You know, I get that. I think that's the problem a lot of times with journalism these days, is they want to be the first ones to the news story, and so then they want to be the first ones to break it, and then before you know it, we've got a story that has gone out of control, that's not factually true, that people are just speculating on, and then, you know, it just spirals out of control then. But the rumor was they were going to be replaced by the Woody's Roundup show. You know, that wouldn't be the worst possible thing that could go there, but I do think there are some attractions that need to stay in some format for you to feel the Walt Disney feel. Country Bear Jamborees, I think, falls into that category. Carousel of Progress, the People Mover, you know, we can go on. The train. The day they get rid of the trains at either Disneyland or Walt Disney World will be the day that people will truly riot. You cannot get rid of that, and the monorail for that matter too as well. So yeah, I think that is, you know, all wrapped into there, and you can believe who you want to believe. You can believe that. Obviously, I'd want to think that these sites had some facts to go off of before they started the rumor. And I do find it interesting that Disney found the need to speak out about that rumor. That leads me to believe that they have ideas for things that need to happen to the Country Bear Jamboree, but don't want anything to leak out right now. And I don't mean that they're going away. I just think maybe at some point they're due for a refurb, which I think is needed. Alex says they said they're also keeping the Tiki Room. All right, I'll touch on that in just a second. I want to answer Caleb's question here because I think it's interesting. What do you think of Disney Plus? I think it's great. Jessica and I, well, part of the reason, let me take a step back. If you guys have been watching our live streams, you'll know that we were down in a different room for the longest time, and I'm back up in our normal room with our backdrop back here. Not even backdrop, just bookshelf of Disney stuff behind me. We were down there because of some internet issues, and we, in the next week or so, we'll be changing, hopefully, internet people and TV providers, meaning we're not going to have TV anymore. we're going to be switching to all the streaming services like Hulu and Disney Plus and anything else that Jessica wants, really, honestly, because we're finding that while, yes, we get some of the things that we like on regular cable, most of it we can do without. And so there are ways around. For me, it's getting all the sports channels, which you can do through like Hulu Live TV and all. And there are ways to get it if you want to do it. So long way of answering the question of saying, what do you think about Disney Plus? We're excited for it. We're going to do it. What about everybody else in the room? What do you think about Disney Plus? Are you planning on buying it day one? Are you planning on seeing what people say? What do you guys think? Walt, Caleb, Alex, what do y'all think about it? Amanda, if you're still here, are you guys excited about Disney Plus? I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, $6.99 I think. With all the Marvel content, that's how they're selling me on it to go there. I think another big thing is all of the Disney movies are going to be on there. The exclusive content such as the Lady and the Tramp remake. I don't see how a Disney fan can not get it, at least try it at least once. Maybe not, you don't have to buy it right off the start, but I would bet there's going to be some perks for buying in day one, and I hope that they see a good return on it, because if they do, they're going to keep, as Disney does, they're going to keep making it better and better and better and better and better and better. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Alex says, I can't wait. Hopefully day one we get it. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's got to be in your budget. I mean, $6.99 doesn't break the bank, but you got to, if you've already got live TV and that and stuff, it kind of adds up over time. Walter Grams, dim sweet Marvel miniseries. Yeah, with WandaVision, Loki, the God of Mischief, I think is what it's going to be called, or is it just Loki? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, it's going to be some good stuff. And there's probably more that's going to be coming that we're not even aware of. Maybe they'll bring back the Netflix shows for the Defenders and stuff like that in a different format. I think those were great characters, and I'd hate to see them just get forgotten about again. Let's see. Walter Graham says, I don't think they've actively called someone out before. Yeah, I find that interesting. We're going back to the Country Bear Jamboree discussion. I find it interesting, Walt, that they would discuss, or they would address something that has been a constant, conversation. People have come up with rumors all the time, and they never felt the need to address it before. And I'm interested why that is. Disney Dan's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for popping in. I figured when we went live at this time that you would be able to join us, because what time is it there, Dan? I can't remember. I can't remember what time, the time conversion over there. Well, when Disney launched their UK streaming service, they charged people who signed up early double what later people will. That's interesting. Well, hopefully they won't do that here. Sorry in the Middle is here. Good to see you. Good afternoon as well. Caleb says, I might check out Disney Plus for the exclusive content, but since I am an avid DVD Blu-ray collector, I will watch pre-existing movies on physical media. Yeah, see, that's not going to stop me from buying the physical copies of everything, because I need to have that in case this goes down one day. I mean, we don't know that we're going to have all of that here forever. So we're still going to buy the physical copies. It's not a replacement for us. That's just ease of, consuming the stuff right now. Let's see. Catch up here down the line. It's too hot, Dan. Please save me. Yeah, I don't know where you are right now, Walter Grams, but it is hot. And I've got to go to a wedding tonight, and it's apparently like a nice wedding, so I have to wear my actual black suit and tie blazer thing, and it is going to be awful. Alex says, I can't wait to watch a lot of the movies that Walt made. Yes, to be able to have readily access to all of them. I mean, just to go down the line there, you start from the very beginning to what we have now. To have ready access to that, you can actually now start a binge watch of every Disney animated classic and just go from, down the line. That's going to be incredible. And I'm already giving somebody some YouTube stuff. Go ahead and do that review. Do the binge watch of the entire catalog there. It's nice to watch live when it's still light out here in the UK. I know, isn't that interesting for you, Dan? I mean, I find that interesting. Caleb says I gotta go now. Thanks for the live stream and good luck on 1,000. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And as Dan said earlier, yeah, make sure you guys are smashing that like button, that subscribe button if you haven't as well. Obviously, we're not at 1,000 subscribers yet, but this is the end of our personal goal to get to 1,000 subscribers by June, the end of June. So there's 11 hours left. I mean, we're going to obviously still be pushing towards 1,000 on our own, but we were kind of trying to reach this goal by the end of the day. Not a big deal if we don't, but we figured we'd do one last little push for you guys, and that's why we're doing live right now. I'm from the land of unicorns, wild haggis, and gingers. Alex says my plan is definitely to binge all of the animated films. I mean, I can't. Here's the thing, Alex. I can't binge watch anything. I have to like consume it in bite-sized pieces. Now I may watch a whole movie and then stop, but I'm not one of these people that can just sit on a couch for hours unless it's a football game. And Dan, that's, you know, football, not soccer. I can't sit on the couch all day and you know, just watch movie after movie, TV show after TV. I like to consume it in the episodic format, in the complete movie format, or in the episode format. Like I'm watching Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now, technically through the TV, but you know, it's access to it on Hulu. Mouse Talk is here. Thanks, guys. I was hoping we'd see you. He says, hello, everyone. So close to 1,000. Won't be long. Yeah, we're really excited to kind of get there. I'm honestly excited to get to 1,000 just so that I can take a break from having to post about it all the time on social media. And I'm sure you guys are tired of us posting about it as well. So the sooner we get to 1,000, the sooner I shut up. Essentially what that means. Disney Dan, I binge watch Big Bang, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Friends. You and Jessica would get along very well, Dan. By the way, Jessica was here earlier. She had to cut out to go do some stuff, but maybe if we go long enough here, I'm going strong right now, but if we go long enough here, she might be able to pop back in. I doubt it. But yeah, you and Jessica would be best friends. She loves Big Bang Theory. Friends is what she falls asleep to almost every night. I fall asleep to The Office almost every night. So it has a UK connection, you know, with it being the original show there. But yeah. Sunny in Philadelphia, I tried to watch it. I've just never been able to get into it. I'm finally done, Dan. Hoping to get a YouTube partner now, or partner, but I need to recruit people for streams because I'm a mess of a human on my own. We're all messes of humans, Dougie. Let's see. I'm with you. I can watch football all Sunday. Movies, I'm good. I'm good for one and have to get outside. I mean, yeah. I mean, it has nothing to do with like if you choose to binge watch that there's something wrong with you. It's just what you like to do. I like to kind of break it up and kind of step out for a minute. The only thing that I would stay in theaters for or in one spot for multiple hours and only get like a bathroom break is one of those watch parties for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, come on. How can you not sit there for hours on end and watch every single Marvel movie in a row? It would be awesome to do that. Probably want to, you know, just crawl away and die after that because I'd be so tired of watching the big screen, but it'd be cool to pull that off. Dee's here. Hey, Dee, you just missed Jessica. She was here for the first part, but she probably won't be able to make it back on the stream here. But thanks for being here, our moderator extraordinaire. Let's see. Disney Dan says, love The Office, UK and US version, both great. Here's the funny thing, Dan, and I think I don't give the UK version enough, but I've just never been able to get into the Ricky Gervais version. Maybe I need to keep trying, because that was kind of how it was with the US version of The Office. If you watch the first season, it's terrible. It's so cringy. It's so awkward and inappropriate in some areas. But then if you kind of get through that and kind of start appreciating the second, third, and especially the fourth season, which are probably some of the more stronger areas, it becomes a great show. So maybe I need to give it another chance here. Dougie says It's Always Sunny is pure genius. I've heard that. I just, for whatever reason, it has not. I'm not a genius apparently because I can't get it. My wife falls asleep to Friends or The Office. Me, it's Adam the Woo. You know, I got into Adam the Woo for a little while there, but I just have. I try my hardest to stay up to date with everybody else's live streams and other videos they're putting out because I want to support the other channels too. I just don't have enough time to kind of invest in some of the bigger ones. Like Tim and Jen Tracker. You know, like I like their videos, but I like to invest and give views and likes to other smaller YouTubers because I think we're in the same boat. I think they need the support and just as we need the support. So I always want to do that. Not that they don't still need it, but they're doing fine on their own. Where are we in the chat here? A lot of you guys popping in now. This is awesome that you all showed up for this. Where did we go? Disney Dan says, I'll skip Iron Man 2, 3, and Thor. He means Thor 2. Look, Dan, I know that those weren't the best, but they're part of the universe. Iron Man 3 is probably my least favorite Iron Man film. Thor 2's low, but it's not as low as some other things. I'm going to get some hate for this, but Captain Marvel is a fine film. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't connect with me, and I don't think it was meant to. It's meant to bring in to give the female audience a role model to have in this universe other than Black Widow and Scarlet, just to kind of build up the diversity there. So I like her. I think she's a great addition. It just is not one of my favorite movies. Nothing bad to say about it though. Let's see. Love the video you guys doing road trip. D Hazel says you're just in the middle of watching the Little Mermaid. They're in the middle of watching the Little Mermaid this evening. Jessica would love you for that. She loves that movie. Kyle, you may need to join us for a Star Wars Sunday in the future. Yeah, well, I would love that. I think Dan actually mentioned that one time before. Anytime you guys want me to come on and talk sports, Star Wars, I am game. I love discussing that stuff. Let's see. UK is very dry humor. Americans don't get British humor. Yeah, I've discovered that, Dan. I've discovered that. I like dry humor, but it didn't resonate with me. Everyone should watch Rab C. Nesbitt. Haven't heard of that one. At Ryan started the fire. Yes, that's a good one. Thor 2 is the worst thing. Is one of the worst things to ever happen to cinema. Minus 20 stars. That's pretty strong, Dougie. I understand where you're coming from. I really do. It's just not as bad for me. I don't mind it. It's not that. It's not that bad. Best Marvel movie is Howard the Duck, Disney Dan says. I have yet to see Howard the Duck. But, I need to get on that one. Because it's technically not part of the MCU, but Howard the Duck is. So here's the thing. If you hate Thor 2 so much, doesn't it give you Howard the Duck in it? Isn't that how it is? No. Hold on. Yes. Don't we see Howard the Duck? No, we see it in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's why everybody likes that one. Ryan's channel is here. He says, early congratulations to 1K. You truly deserve it. Here's the 2K. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, obviously we haven't reached it yet. We were hoping to by today. I don't think it's going to happen, but we're kind of celebrating early anyway. We'll do another video when we actually reach it, thanking you guys and give you some channels updates. So thank you for being here, though. There are worse movies than Thor 2. So Alex, let's talk about that since this has been brought up. Your worst Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, go. In the chat right now. What is it? Thor 2? Is it, I don't know, what else does everybody hate on? Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 3 is brought up, Thor 1. I think we'll all agree that after Guardians of the Galaxy and Winter Soldier, things really started to pick up. I think some people don't like Doctor Strange. I don't know why. I really love Doctor Strange. But, yeah, so worst Marvel movie, since that's been brought up. I'd love to hear from you guys. Ryan says Thor 2 is great. Well, now we have a debate. So what needs to happen now is Ryan and whoever disagrees with him needs to have a debate video discussing why it's either the worst or one of the best. That'd be funny. Best Marvel movie is actually Batman and Robin. Disney Dan, you're better than that. He says Incredible Hulk is the worst. I understand, it's hard for me to support a Paramount film that really doesn't feel like it belongs there, but it is part of the continuity. It is part of, the lore. It's in, they mention it throughout. Emil Blonsky's mentioned several times, the Abomination, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I get it. I enjoyed the Incredible Hulk for whatever reason. I really did. So I don't hate on it. There's Iron Man 3 is my bottom. Probably next to Captain Marvel. Disney Dan loves Doctor Strange. I really like that one too. Thor. Walt says Thor 2, then Cap Marvel for me. I think you have started a fight with Dougie, Walt. Dan, excuse me. Dan, how dare you? Alex, if I had to choose one, it would probably be the Incredible Hulk. Again, I don't fight people on them hating on the Incredible Hulk. I'm easy to please though. I think I've said this before on our channel. You know how you make me happy is that you take two sides and you run them across the screen at each other, and they just collide and just duke it out. And yes, technically, it's only one person in Incredible Hulk. It's the Incredible Hulk and the Abomination, and they just run at each other like that. That is how you win me over in all of this kind of stuff. So there you go. There's your formula to please Kyle in movies. So that's why I guess I like that one. That's why I loved Avengers. Look, I'm getting hot flashes right now just thinking of that running across Avengers Assemble and then running across together. To me, that was amazing. Amon's here. He says subscribe. Thank you so much. Thanks for being part of our journey to 1,000. Let's see. I think I lost a couple of my way here in the chat. Disney Dan, sorry Doug, it was bad. Honestly, think Thor 1 is a lot worse. Iron Man 2 is the worst, but still is not the worst, or is the worst, but still terrible. Dougie says Hulk is Universal. I guess that's right. I think you're right. Now that I said that, all the other Marvel movies were originally Paramount. That was Universal. Incredible Hulk was, and then when we got to Avengers is when it finally started to become Disney, Marvel Cinematic Universe, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Dave, Brandy, and Dave are here. Howard the Duck. Are you saying that's the worst or the best? I'm not sure which one you mean. It was just boring. Sorry, it's like the MCU adopted son. That's the redheaded stepchild. Is that how you would say that one? Let's see. Where are we at in chat here? I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. Universal has the distribution rights to that one. Yes, they do. Walt, thank you guys. If Melissa was there as well, thank you guys for popping in. Thank you for supporting the stream right now, and we really appreciate you guys' friendship. The best worst, Brandy and Dave says. So anyway, yeah. So I think since we're on this conversation, like I said, this was a free-form stream. This was meant for you guys to kind of dictate how it goes. So if we're on this kind of discussion of best and worst, we haven't talked about the best. Let's not be negative the entire stream. What is the best Marvel Cinematic Universe movie for you guys? Is it Captain America Civil War, Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, Spider-Man Homecoming? Let's hear about that in the chat window. Your favorite one. Your favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe film right now. And to recap, everybody hates Incredible Hulk, Thor 2, Thor 1, Iron Man 3 and 2 apparently. But yeah, I want to hear your favorite ones now, because I think that's where we can get into some debates on really. There's not a lot of debate for the worst Marvel movies. There's a lot of contenders, but I think everybody can make points and agree with each other on some other ones besides Dougie and Walt. Or Dougie and Walt. Dougie is Waltograms. Dougie and Dan. But yeah, I think there's a lot of discussion of which is the Marvel Cinematic Universe's best film that can be had here. Sawyer says Howard the Duck is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but I kind of love it. It's like a train wreck or a car wreck. You cannot not look at it. The Incredible Sulk. Alex says Endgame for me. Disney Dan says Civil War. Sorry, the middle's message got retracted. I don't know why. Winter Soldier, no doubt. There it is. For the best. Yeah, so I think those three right there you can obviously throw into there. You know, if I had to throw some into a conversation here right now, obviously this is only a few days from seeing Spider-Man Far From Home, which I think is going to kill it. You've got, in this conversation, I think what we're going to hear is Endgame, Infinity War, the original Avengers. So that knocks out 3. I think most people would say Age of Ultron is not their favorite, even though I love it. Civil War, Winter Soldier, Guardians 1. I would throw Spider-Man Homecoming into the mix. I know people probably don't agree with me. And Ragnarok, Black Panther. Anybody? And is there one I'm missing that anybody? I need a 10th one that we could throw into that conversation there. Disney Dan says Endgame is not in my top 5. Sorry, last act is breathtaking, but first 2 acts were a bit of a drag. You know, I thought that too, Dan, when I first started watching. On my first viewing, I was like, yeah, it took a little while to get there. But I think if you're someone like me who's seen it 3 times now, you learn to appreciate the journey to get there, because then you can go back and see some of the Easter eggs and the reasons why this had to happen this way and all that kind of stuff. So I would say, yeah, I agree with you that it does drag, but on a subsequent viewings, the drag is not so bad for me, which is why, I mean, for me, Endgame is the number 1. It pains me to say that because I love Spider-Man Homecoming so much. But it's Endgame all the way, baby. You know, Infinity War is a great movie, but it hit me right here, man. I sat back in that theater, and Jessica like literally had to help me out of my chair because I was just like mind blown by it all. So yeah, so it looks like that's where we kind of fall in. A lot of people with the Captain America sequels, the Avengers movies. I'm surprised no one brought up Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm surprised nobody wanted to throw that one into the mix there. Disney Dan, yeah, of course, but I feel Infinity War was made more fluidly and was cut and directed better. Yeah, I think they had a lot less. They were telling a story about one person. Obviously they had tons of people in Infinity War, but they had one person they were telling a story about, and that was Thanos. Whereas in Endgame, they were trying to wrap up Cap's story, Iron Man's story, to some degree Thor's story. I mean every character, all of the 6, minus I would say Hawkeye, kind of had to wrap up too. You had to wrap their stories up. So, you know, there's that too. Disney Dan says you forgot the original Iron Man. We could throw that one in as number 10. It is great. Here's my problem is I have a tendency to overdo things, and I used to watch. I want to talk about binge watching Iron Man or a movie. I would binge watch Iron Man over and over and over and over again. So now it's kind of like dull to me. That's just a bad thing. Ryan's channel. I liked Infinity War more too, but Endgame is still awesome. Yes, Endgame I think, can we all agree? Well, no, I think Dan thinks that Infinity War was better directed and all that stuff movie, but I think the consensus would be is that overall that this Infinity War is the lesser of the movie to Endgame in terms of epicness and scale and all that kind of stuff. I mean, look at the box office numbers. They're doing a re-release to get it to where it is now. Yeah, Endgame was awesome, but don't get me wrong, it's fantastic, but not my top 5. And that's your top 5, Dan. Have you done a video, Dan, about your top 5 Marvel movies? If you haven't, I'd be interested in you doing one about that, if you're taking suggestions for your channel. Civil War is easily my favorite MCU film. It's honestly my favorite superhero film ever. Civil War is good for me because simply Spider-Man. I mean, I've got him behind here. Let's see. Same Ryan. Civil War was fantastic. D says 990 subscribers, 10 more to go. Thank you guys so much. I really didn't think we'd get maybe 1 or 2, but we already went up to 1990. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. 10 to go. There's an outside chance we might get to 1,000 by the end of the day, but not sure it'll get there. Wakanda Battle gave me my goosebumps. Disney says, yeah, I did a live stream where I ranked all 22 MCU. Did I miss that one, Dan? Because I know Jessica and I were on the live stream with you where we talked about our favorite characters. Man, I hate I missed that one because I bet that maybe I was watching that one. Anyway, the biggest reason why I love Infinity War, Ryan says, so much is because it made Thanos one of my favorite MCU characters. I think that's why Infinity War as a film, like directorial wise, like Disney Dan was saying, like everything else, it wins a lot in a lot of areas because it was more focused on one character as opposed to wrapping everything else up. All right. So we can keep talking about MCU stuff. I can stay on for a little while longer, but what else is on you guys' minds in terms of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars stuff? The park stuff. I know that Dan and a bunch of, I think, Mouse Talk, Walt and Melissa are going to be going down in August. Maybe several other of you guys are going to be going down there to meet up and go to eat tons of food together, which Jessica and I are eternally jealous of. When you guys said you were going to Sanaa together, Jessica and I gave up the opportunity to go to Sanaa one time because we got a last-minute reservation to Ohana for the first time, and now we can't stop eating Ohana. It's a problem. We literally have an issue. We're obsessed with it. Disney Dan says Galaxy's Edge. That's what he wants to talk about. All right, so let's see. What do you guys think? Galaxy's Edge, your initial thoughts, opinions from what you've seen. Is there any, I've seen a lot of positivity about it, but is there anything that you're not excited about or that you think is not going to be as great about Galaxy's Edge? I would say, well, here's the thing. So either fortunately or unfortunately, Dan, we went on a cruise literally the day of Galaxy's Edge opening. So I got to see like the initial like views of it, of people from bloggers and stuff doing the previews and stuff like that. But I didn't get to really delve into it because we were gone and disconnected for a week. And so I didn't get to see any of that stuff. And so now I've kind of gone back piece by piece and looked at some of it. But I'm kind of glad because now, while I'm aware of some of the unique things about it, I know just enough to entice me, but not enough to feel like I've already spoiled myself on it. So I'm still super excited about it. We won't see it until November. We'll be taking a trip in November, and literally that'll be the first thing that we do on our first park day. We will go butt crack of dawn to Galaxy's Edge and get in line. Get me to Galaxy's Edge. The crowd is going to be awful. If everyone could stay at home, that would be great. Dan, I don't think you're going to be able to swing that one. I think you and everyone else's mama is going to be there taking in that part of the park. Let's see. Ryan said, I'm serious. I'd seriously kill for a Silver Surfer origin movie. Norm Rad is such an amazing origin story and will introduce us to Galactus. Yeah, you might be getting that. Maybe. Toy Story 4 is doing really good worldwide, and Aladdin is crushing it also. Yeah, Alex, here's the thing. I want to be careful how I say this because everyone is entitled to their opinion. What I don't like is when people automatically say a movie is awful or just anything is awful without giving it a try. Now that's minus Harry Potter, which I hate. I know, don't hate me, folks. I hate Harry Potter. I have tried it though, and it's stupid. But, you know, I hate it when people come out and bash because for whatever reason they thought that Will Smith looked terrible as the genie. Okay, even if that's the truth, you can't judge a movie based off of that one thing. You got to give it a chance. You got to let's see what happens. So I think those people were being very ignorant, to be honest with you. Same thing for the Solo movie. Great movie. People didn't give it a chance because of how much they hated Episode 8 and assumed that it was going to be just like that in a bus, when actually it was awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yes, the fact that not only has Aladdin surpassed its expectations, but is absolutely killing it, is amazing. It is hands down, I say this before we see The Lion King, the absolute best Disney live action film thus far in terms of the remakes. Not live action, but just the remakes is absolutely amazing. Absolutely awesome. Disney Live for Me is here. Good to see you guys. What time do you guys go live for your trivia today? I don't think we'll be able to join, but make sure you put that in the chat here so people know, so they can go over there and check that out. But yes, Toy Story 4 doing well. Again, I don't know if you guys have checked out our review. We've got a spoiler-free and a spoiler review up there as well. We like it. It's not... Well, I think Jessica said it was her favorite. But it's a good Toy Story addition to the franchise. I just... 2 for me was awesome. I love that one. Going back here, Disney Dan's excited about his bread service, and the Sanaa is so good. We're going to do it someday. It just won't be this next trip. We've got we've got a group of 12 for a family reunion type thing that we're doing, and we've got to fit everybody's needs and wants into all this stuff, so it's going to be difficult to do. Let's see if everyone could. Oh, there we go. Harry, he says. Yes. We won't speak of him much more. And I am not a wizard, Dan, at all. Disney Live for Me says we don't go live today as we just moved yesterday, but check out Steve's World at 8 p.m. Okay, so well, I'm glad. I hope all the moving went okay for you guys on that note. But yeah. So, but you should check out their live streams for their trivia stuff. I wasn't when we started doing our trivia thing on Thursday nights. I wasn't aware of a Disney Live for Me's their version of trivia, and I hate I didn't find it before then, because they are really good at their trivia questions. D. Hazel says, I was wondering if you'd be live due to your move. Hope it's going well. Talking about Disney Live for Me's move. What else, guys? A couple more minutes, maybe I can hang on here. I'm really appreciative of you guys being here so far and hanging out, and it has helped us reach to 991 subscribers, for that matter. But I will have to kind of cut away here and start getting ready. We're going to a wedding tonight, but you know, we wish we could stay on a little bit longer and all that kind of stuff. So I will tell you this for our channel. We're going to talk more about this when we do reach 1,000 subscribers, about some things that we're thinking about doing for you. But just to kind of give you a little tease, we've got an idea for a video series that would carry over across our stories on Instagram and Facebook stories, and then could be used on YouTube as well. It's kind of like playing a little Disney game. We've thought about doing that kind of thing. Some videos that we have coming out soon. We got our trip to Alaska that we're going to do a video on, even though it wasn't a Disney cruise. There are still some things that you would do normally on a Disney cruise to Alaska, so we'll give you some information about that as well. Disney Live for Me says you're getting so close. We are. We were at 986 when we started this, and we are now at 992 according to the thing that I'm looking at right now. So we have gained 6 towards the goal since doing this, which is a huge help. You guys have, smashing the like button, sharing it out is really helping with that. So thank you guys so much. Animation commendation is here. I believe that is our friend Mark. If he did you change your name on YouTube, Mark? Is that you? It's good to see you. Mark has been here, if that's you, has been here since the very beginning of us doing this YouTube channel. I think, honestly, he was the first guy who popped on to a live stream or a video that we ever did. So we're really appreciative of that, if that's you. Thank you so much for doing that. A couple other things I wanted to, let's touch on this one other topic, and then I know you guys probably have plenty of other things that you would rather be doing, so I'll cut out of here too. Someone brought up, we were talking about the Country Bear Jamboree, about the rumor of it going away, but also there is a rumor out there about the Enchanted Tiki Room being changed, getting an overlay. I've heard Moana is discussion there. So how about this? I'll ask the same thing of everybody I asked earlier. Does anybody want the Enchanted Tiki Room to go away? Is there anybody out there? Because I feel like most people are going to fall into the camp of, I want there to be an update to the Tiki Room, or not at all. I think that's where most people are going to fall. I'd be interested to hear if there is anybody who thinks differently. Because I think, as a nostalgia freak and as a nostalgia person, I really don't want things that Walt had his hands on in terms of design. Not the particular Enchanted Tiki Room at Walt Disney World, but the design and the original concept of it. I want it to stay. Well, Dee chimes in first, and she says, absolutely no, or just no, loud and proud. Yeah, I think you're going to see a strong reaction, just like yours, Dee, if they decide to change that one. He says I did change my YouTube name to match my blog name. Well, that makes sense. Cohesion and all that. Disney Life for me, I'm usually super nostalgic and want All Rise to stay. I'm good with Country Bears changing. I'm not okay with Enchanted Tiki Room going away. That's interesting. I'm assuming this is Miguel, or it may be D as well. But Miguel and D, or D, why are you guys okay with Country Bears going away, but not Tiki Room? Because if I had to say in that scenario, one has to go, one stays, I would choose Enchanted Tiki Room to go away. I much more prefer and enjoy the Country Bear Jamboree. That's just me, though. I've never been to Enchanted Tiki Room, actually, Mark says, so I'd like to experience it at least once. It's safe. I think that they've crushed all those rumors this week. For the first time, they've actually addressed a rumor from a fan site. So I think it's really interesting that they actually spoke out about it. But yeah, if I had to say, how about this? Everybody here right now, pick one. One has to leave. Country Bear Jamboree, Enchanted Tiki Room. Pick one. If there's no, they both stay. If one had to leave, which one is it? For me, Enchanted Tiki Room. But I love the song and all that stuff. I love that. Like, it's not a matter of hating it. It's just a matter of which one do you prefer. Alex says they should keep it. I don't like change. D, who does like change? I don't know anybody that truly likes it. It's Miguel, and it's because I think Country Bears is awful. Oh, Miguel, I thought we were friends. Miguel, you hit me right here, brother. Oh, man, that hurts. My goodness, that is... Oh, that just... I don't know how I'm ever going to be able to get over that one, Miguel. My goodness. I love the Country Bears. I find it funny, Dee says, and she's also flabbergasted with Miguel. Mark says he's got to head out, but have fun at the wedding. Thank you so much, Mark. We really appreciate all you being a fan of this channel and being part of our little family within the Disney family. Thank you, buddy. Brandy and Dave say all the rumors were crushed this week by Disney Parks blog. Again, yeah, Brandy and Dave, that was hilarious to see them actually address it. And I posted something on our social media just saying that the rumor was out there. We weren't confirming it or denying it, but I think even though we all know that it's not true now based on what the Disney park is fun to have these conversations. Well, what's going to go there? Why does it need to leave? Does it need to leave at all? I like having those type of discussions, so when these things come up, it's always really, really interesting to me. Sorry, my phone was coming up here. Trying to make sure it doesn't wreak havoc with the stream here. Disney Life for me says Tiki Room stays. D. Hazel says Tiki Room goes. So we're 1 for 1. Sherman Brothers were on point with that ride. Yeah, I mean, Sherman Brothers, man, you can't deny their genius, especially in that attraction. But if you're asking me to get rid of Country Bears for lieu of that, those 3. Peace out, Country Bears. Haven't seen it for years. All right, so it looks like we've got 2 for getting rid of Country Bears. I've never experienced the Tiki Room, Alex says. So we're going to put you in the Country Bears camp. How about that? I really think if you asked it, in fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go at some point today and put a poll up on social media. If you had to get rid of one, Country Bears or Tiki Room, which would it be? I think you would see it skewed more towards getting rid of Country Bears, but I think what we're seeing here in this room right now is the fact that it would be split almost down the middle, almost completely down the middle. What was the Moana rumor? D, I didn't read a lot into the Moana rumor, but I just saw a couple of images and some people talking about it, that there was going to be an overlay to it. Probably, I would imagine they'd work some of the songs in and things like that, which wouldn't be the worst thing. See, here's the difference. If there's keeping an attraction as is, there's keeping an attraction or giving it an overlay. I mean, the bones, the concept is still there. There are some things from the old one and some things from a new overlay. And then there's changing completely. I'm okay with them improving upon what they have for things like Enchanted Tiki Room and Country Bears, but I don't want them to go away from it completely. I mean, Country Bears has changed over time. It's shortened itself. It's changed some songs. So I really do think overlays are fine with me as long as you've got the essence of what it was still there. And I would agree that Country Bears needs something a little bit of help, because unless you're there on a busy day, it doesn't pile up, and that's when Country Bears is fun, is when you have a ton of people together just enjoying the nostalgia, enjoying the craziness of it. Alex says definitely keep the Country Bears, and Miguel says Brandy and Dave, very reasonable people in my opinion. I think it's Miguel and Brandy and Dave versus Alex and D, it looks like. Well, Alex and D, I will be on your side too, so we win. How about that? We win. So yeah, I think, guys, that's going to kind of wrap it up for our stream here, because like I said, I do need to go and get ready for the rest of the day and what we've got going on here, but I really have had fun doing this kind of impromptu stream with you guys on Sunday afternoons. If you're in, I don't think anybody else is really going live during this time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you guys are interested in us maybe doing some more like live Disney discussions on the weekends, maybe we'll consider it. So I know a lot of other people do a great job of providing live streams that talking about the Disney news, which is why we do it sometimes. We don't do it a lot, but if you'd like that from us, please let us know. Again, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're ready to mix it up and change things. So let us know about that. D says, can't believe Disney actually had to speak out because the rumors on Twitter, they are all originally came from same place too, right? I believe so. It's hard to really trace where all of these things really start, D, but yeah, I think they all came from the same place. Again, I said this at the beginning of the stream. The reason I think something is up with that they wouldn't address it unless they felt they needed to. So something that was very interesting they chose to do that. Miguel says, right, like adding Jack added a nice touch to Pirates but didn't change the essence of the ride. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the essence is there, but give it a little bit of, a little something else for you to do in there. They say, have fun at the wedding. We'll push your channel and do what we can to get you to 1K. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. We are just, obviously, if we don't reach our goal of getting there today, it's not the end of the world. It was just the personal goal we set for ourselves. We'll really, I cannot express and I wish Jessica was here to echo this because she could do it more eloquently than I can, how much you all have meant to us in our journey to 1,000 subscribers. It's been fun. It's been interesting at times watching figuring out the YouTube algorithm and all that kind of stuff. And most importantly, it's been awesome getting to know every one of you. We talk about you guys to our day-to-day friends and acquaintances. We just really love you guys. So really, I appreciate that so much. Anytime we can help each other out, if there's anything we can do for you guys, please let us know. We're always willing to help. Dee is dropping social media links there as well. You can obviously find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Moreover, we have a Facebook group called Disney Through Your Eyes. Your eyes, not our eyes. Where it's a discussion forum where you can talk about Disney, anything you want to talk about. We really, like, Jessica and I are obviously in there posting a lot, but we love it when you guys start conversations there. Not even just start conversations. If you're on a Disney trip, just share us your videos, your videos and pictures from the parks there. We'd love to see some of that stuff in there. So feel free to check all that stuff out. Guys, I think that's going to be it. Again, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll have a lot of things to talk about. Hope to see you on Thursday nights for trivia. Not this week, but next week. We'll be on vacation. So that's all I have for you right now. Until we assemble again, may the force be with you, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.